Happy New Year, 2010. The following people in my presence have requested the sharing of my prestigious culture, which is only enabled by the alcohol in my blood. So here goes. It's not Christmas, it's New Year's Day morning, but let's just pretend it's Christmas. Pennsylvania, start over. Pennsylvania Dutch night before Christmas. If you laugh at me, I'll stop. You can laugh at me. It was night before Christmas, and all over the farm, nothing was schluchlich. Schluterig. That's like schluterig. Sloppy. No cause for alarm. The socks were all hung by the chimney chest so, with the hopes that they get fitted up from ankle to toe. The nixnuts is schnoozing without any sound, and their heads clear toy candies had been dancing around. I get better. Just getting warmed up. Und Mama and me will be out in the light, crawled under the covers and snuggled up tight. What am I doing? Are you scared?
You know, I'm
in
in
alarm?
awe. I'm in awe.
Then from outside we heard something fierce that made her open our eyeballs and rattled our ears. Ears? Eyeballs and ears?
Okay.
Just let me know if you need
Clarification.
Translation?
Yeah. There was crashing and banging, and could it be true? Did our ears deceive us, or was that a moo? Then off to the window we ran in the dark, kicked the dog accidental, he started to bark. You laughing with me?
I think it's a funny story.
Then we looked through the window coming in through the gate. It wasn't Von Moore we saw, it was 8.
Ooh.
It wasn't when Cal was 8.
So Rudolph wasn't there because there's only 8.
Don't interrupt. 4 cows and 4 steers, they were harnessed somehow, and we're dragging behind them an old-fashioned plow. Plow? Plow?
I'm with you.
And there, just behind it, as sour as a pickle, was a fellow we knew had to be the Birchnickel. He wiggled that plow to keep going on course. Are you getting horny?
No, I'm going to play this for the kids now.
I think he'd done better if he had a horse. Cows. Cows instead of ears. Cows.
See
that
that?
they do.
It was Pennsylvania Dutch.
So Dopplich was dopey and slow and clumsy. Dopplich and slow, these 8 dummers did run, and he howled and he grumbled and yelled at each one. Now Shaky, now Becky, now Rachel, Josiah, on Menno, on Sarah, Esther, Obadiah. Those are not like
All
Rudolph names.
biblical.
Yeah. And watch where you're going. There's nothing unwiser than stamping your hoofs into stray fertilizer. Fertilizer?
Was it deep?
Don't interrupt. They got through the barnyard without any hitch, and the Belschnickel grumbled and raised a big switch. Switch? Schnick? Switch? Climb up on that... Don't interrupt. Climb up on that roof now, and you make it snappy. You don't want to make me no more... He keeps doing it. I'm about done.
You gotta finish.
Apologize. Say you're sorry. He's a belligerent one. Army.
Tell me to ask questions.
Mocked off on that trellis, then to the porch roof. Mocked off is make up. Get up on that trellis. Right? Remember Little German?
No German.
And don't get no ivy vines caught in your hoof. I'll get off of Grischlich. Grischlich is grumpy. Can also mean dirty or greasy. If you make me fall. So clamper up, clamper up, clamper up all. Are we still going here?
Mm-hmm.
Did you get that?
Yeah.
Like the chicken saw look
Is
when...
that Little German?
This is your last chance, Bryce. Then to fly they're trying... it's low German. Or the mess kits are making when shoes they are tying. So clumsy they climbed up an inch with each move, but somehow they made it, and it butters me too. And then in a twinkle, we heard on the roof, each cow that was rustling round, stamping its hoof. The cracks of the roof timbers filled all our ears, 'cause it just wasn't built for 4 cows and 4 steers. By now all the kiddies had run in our room, frightened by all of those cracks on those booms. To tell them what happened, I was gonna begin. Then chumpin' Chizui, the ceiling fell in. Down came the Belschnickel, plop in our bed, a few shingles making down right on his head. And when we looked up through the hole in the ceiling, it was... You need some air or something? It was just a little bit worried we're feeling. That's a Belschnickel coming through here.
Getting more original.
Don't get disrespectful, I'll freaking quit. For their overhead was that 8-headed cattle, still stomping so hard that it made the valse rattle. That's a vol. 2 of them are valse. More than one valse. Valse rattle. We felt as if we'd all been cursed and for hexed. I don't
Is
know.
it kind of like Twas?
Yeah. And that cows would fall down in our bedroom next. But they on the roof stayed and I wiped away Schwet. They looked at that scary old Belschnickel yet. The cops are looking through the hole in the roof.
I like the picture.
He had got to his feet and I need some beer. Did I finish it?
Canadian.
You just said it's Canadian. He had got to his feet and was brushing his breeches, holding his sack, and using his switches. He was dressed all in black from his toes to his hat, and he frowned and said, "Hey, what are you looking at? Ain't you never seen no Belschnickel before?" Well, I had, but the others had come through the door. I'm getting better, you should be laughing about it. It's coming back to me. His beard was all strooplich, as white as snowfall, and his belly so skinny it nearly was all. I couldn't help thinking that this crappy guy could use a few dumplings and some shoe-fly pie.
Is it kind of like shoe-fly pie?
Mm-hmm. His eyes, they looked angry, but though they seemed wild, when he looked at the kitties, he just sort of smiled. Then he wiped it away like he'd made a mistake, or for him some schnitz und kep Mama should make. Dried apples and fluffy doughballs. Then he asked all the kitties, "Have you been bad or schwie? If it's good that you've been, then I'll give you a treat. But if you've been bad, then I'll warm your britches with one of my special bad kitty switches." Then they said they'd been good and were telling the truth. Still he glowered at Amos and grimaced at Ruth. He frowned down at Abner, who just kind of grinned, and the Belschnickel leaned down and tickled his chin. "Ach, crabby I might seem, but don't you forget, I ain't never had to spank one kitty yet. It just must be something around in the air. Makes the kitties act better at this time of year." So his switches he dropped and he opened his sack of toys. And he handed out oranges, yo-yos, and jacks. A dolly for Ruth and a wood horse for Amos. He laughed as we watched him, and who could blame us?
No PlayStations?
Nope, no we. And finally he gave to Abner a teddy with that final gift to leave he was ready. But he said as he crawled over shingles and sticks, "I'll send over Stolfus, you broke roof to fix." Stolfus is a good Amish name. Then he jumped through the hole up to his waiting plow, and he yelled to his livestock, "Get going, and now!" Down to the ground, and without no complaint, until we get done in all the houses, on eight. It's like you throw a cow over the fence and hay. You ever heard that thing with the German grammar thing? I'll explain later.
Everything's backwards.
Yep. They sprung off the roof to the yard bay below, where they got stuck in near 40 inches of snow. And that Belschnickel yelled, brushing snow off his head, "Merry Christmas to all, to all. Now just go back to bed." That's it.
Yay.